So, I'm Craig, as you can tell by my nicely formed 3D printed string that I'm wearing.
And I'm Tony, and we're going to show you how to get LabVIEW into Meatspace.
Meatspace? Gee, Tony, what's that?
Well, you're meat and I'm meat. Well, we're in Meatspace.
Oh, so Meatspace is like the real world.
Yeah.
But LabVIEW is just on a computer screen.
Come on, next. There we go. Well, yes, it was, until now. Oh.
Wow, I was wondering what you meant by 3D. Then it hit me.
Yes, well.
But how do you get LabVIEW from the screen into Meatspace?
Easy. With LabVIEW.
How does that work?
Well, all you have to do is find out what you want to print, grab an image of it, crop it down just to the relevant part, and then split it both into the base and the icon. And then you run the LabVIEW! Yes.
What does the LabVIEW do?
Well, we just wrote a simple program that takes the LabVIEW image as a black and white image, takes every pixel, massages and beats it up into a voxel.
Voxel?
It's a volumetric pixel.
Oh.
And then it just grinds it and dumps it all into an STL file.
And an STL file?
Well, it really just lists all the vertices and the faces and all the little things that make up the thing you want to print. So then all that's left to do is just print it. Yes, well, we technically use LabVIEW host for all of our printing. It's free and open source. The printer is not, however. But once you start printing it, then you will see it's alive. And that's a nice little picture of it actually being printed. So,
okay, so explain how this works again.
Okay, we missed some stuff. So in summary, what we do is we take, from back at the beginning, the base plate image,
okay.
We mush it up into an STL, and then we slice it nice and thin, 1/3 of a millimeter, and then we print it out. And then leaving it on the bed, we do the exact same thing with the icon, black and white, mush it up, slice it nice and thin, and then we have to tweak the G-code to move the print up about 2 millimeters, because that's how thick the base is, and then we can print it.
That doesn't sound very automatic. Why do you have to move it up 2 millimeters by hand?
Well, that's because someone in the office is a little too cheap to buy SA printer with 2 extruders.
All right, so that's how you get LabVIEW into
Meatspace.
All right, so Tony's got to do a few setup things here. So I wanted to show you a little bit of some of the things that we learned while we were doing this 3D printing. First of all, if you print large things, you have to be really careful because sometimes it doesn't work right and you end up with an array that goes awry. We also learned that some of the things are different than others. You wouldn't notice them when you just look at the icons on the screen because they all kind of look flat. But as soon as we brought them into 3D, we found out that infinity was actually a lot thicker than the rest of the icons. We had to slice it down quite a lot just to be able to print it. So the other thing is, oh good, it's working now. A little dark. We printed a whole bunch of icons for the next little part of the routine that we're going to do here. And it took a long time. I spent way more time on this than I did our proper presentation that we gave earlier. I spent the last few weekends printing these things. Honestly, I thought it was really going to take forever. All right. So we're trying to figure out how do we present all of this in a dramatic way. And we opened our presentation by showing you the LabVIEW app and the process that allowed us to capitalize on our love for LabVIEW and our new love for 3D printing. We thought you would appreciate us running this by you. Just once, not continuously. We couldn't wait to show you. We wanted you to be the first to get an exclusive view. We iterated on a number of ideas of how to present them, looking for the right path to take. Plus, it occurred to us that there would have to be a lot of fun. bad puns. So many that you might feel nauseous, ready to double over, wondering if it was something you ate. Yes, it was true. There were definitely going to be an array of bad puns. Laughs would be welcome, groans would be highly encouraged.
Oh, I forgot. But we didn't want to be constantly stringing you along or give you a false... dude, you need an upgrade. A false impression of what you might see next. We could stand up here all day enumerating the seemingly infinite controls and indicators.
1 minute.
But it would be an error to do so. Maybe not a classic error. So we picked some of our favorites. There are probably many more. Feel free to leave us some feedback with your suggestions. We'll notify you if we like your idea. Mine. All right.
Okay, we could spend the remainder of our time, or we could just stand here letting time tick by. But summing it up, we really have nothing left to say. Sizing up the situation, it is probably best that we just stop this nonsense, close our presentation, and exit the stage. A shameless bribe. Anyone that votes for our presentation can have a free icon.